Hey guys, welcome back to my big remodel that was supposed to be done in April, and we've added some things. Now we're about 2 months more into that, and we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. And I've got my schedule here, and I write in pencil because it never goes as planned. What I found out today is the painters were supposed to have the kitchen all done because they said they'd be done today, but what he said, he'll be done painting, not staining. So it should have been understood, all the painting's done is how we talked about it. So now I gotta scramble. I've got the granite guys here. They have to drill holes in all the sinks. I gotta make sure the sizes are correct because they have reverse osmosis, which takes a smaller hole, about 1 inch. And then the faucets go centered. Also, we have to ask the homeowners, do they want the faucet centered? Where's the RO go? I did figure that out. Plus this has another sink in the kitchen. I got Tom the trimmer here. We found out the door panels that we've been working on to save some money, taking all the glass out of the doors and replacing with a wood panel does not match. It is like a black panel. It should have been a darker stain that matches the rest of the stuff in the house like we see here. I don't know if it comes off on camera very good, but it does look black, but you can see the lines of the riv cut oak. On top of that, the plumbers are here to start setting the sinks, but the holes have not been cut yet because the granite guys just showed up, so everybody's kind of waiting on each other, and I'm waiting for the homeowner to approve the panels for the door. I don't know if that's gonna work. It's a little crazy closing at the end. It all comes down to everybody showing up and doing the work on time. It's not going as planned, so I gotta make some phone calls. Everybody's coming today. The last few days, it's jockeying for parking spots. Everybody wants the house to themselves, but it ain't gonna happen. So they're coming in, we're dealing with the painters. The dumpster guy has a problem. The dump's closed or backed up. That's been called in for 4 or 5 days. That's why it looks like that. Just constantly managing chaos. Now we're working on the doors with Dove, trying to get a better match. Okay, we're here with the homeowner. We're trying to figure out a solution with the doors so that we can get these panels to accept the stain that was put on 10, 12 years ago. There's been a big disconnect, and these doors are ready to be installed, but the panels don't look right. That's the conversation going on right now. Hopefully we'll get an answer real soon, but there's no way this will be done before they move in. Okay, we got the bar top, which is good, but the bar top now allows me to make a phone call so I can get that measured and get the glass going. So today I got surprised by my painter, said he would be done painting everything on Wednesday. That is today, but I said, well, the kitchen's not done. He goes, I said painting, not staining. Are you kidding me? We're scrambling, trying to keep everybody out of each other's way. Welcome to construction, remodeling, and nothing goes as planned. Good thing I had a hard time dating back in college and high school with a lot of rejection, because that's what I get with this job, lots of rejection. Nothing goes as planned. You know how many girls told me they couldn't go out with me because they had to wash their hair on Friday night? Is that a thing? I fell for it every time. All right, so we got the fireplace. That's gonna be going on pretty soon. I'm looking at it right now. I don't see how that is going to cover that. So I'm going to need a drywall there. The other piece fit way up there just fine. So every time we make a change, a couple inches here and there adds to a curveball. So I'm getting lots of curveballs today. So now we're gonna start laying out in the kitchen the faucets, and it's important because you get one try, don't we, at cutting holes. So they want the faucet centered, and then she wants the reverse osmosis from the faucet to the end centered in there. Okay. And the air switch is going underneath the sink. So we gotta figure out that one. That's not normal. The cabinets have not been stained. Because he said they're gonna be done, I had the cabinet guys coming in, adjusting all the cabinets and installing hardware today. That's not gonna happen, so I have to push them out into next week. So it's gonna be that classic, everybody shows up on the last 2 days when I'm supposed to be cleaning the house. So my cleaning guy is not gonna be happy with me. He's gonna be working around all the different subs because the painter didn't get things done on time. It's kind of like opening a Christmas present. We've been waiting for the unveiling because we got to start drilling holes for the sinks. Tom, you're saving the day again. What are you doing, Tom?
I'm putting an oak veneer on the edge of this board because it's got an MDF core. It's got glue on the back side of this veneer.
How are you going to finish that little edge?
That needs, it's going to get cut about
Oh,
here.
I see.
This is the board longer than I need.
I'll take you downstairs and show you where Tom, what he's doing to fit and finish the edge of the bar where they added tile. It was something that we made a decision on, and it just came the other day. We're going to use actually the scrap materials, the cabinetry that we took out of the pantry. You can see some of it on the walls over here. We've been using that as filler for the wine cellar, and now I'll take you down and show you the bar on how Tom's going to make that look nice. So Tom used some of that pantry cabinets to build this back side of the bar, because remember, this was a closet and there was a wall here. We tore it all out, so there's no need to have a finish back of a cabinet. Tom did a nice job on that, and he's taking the board upstairs. He's going to finish this piece off, all because we got to figure out a way to make this tile have a nice start and stop finished edge. There probably could have been a metal Schluter, but we're going to bring this down to make it look like it's part of the cabinet. And then he's going to notch it around the bottom here so that the base runs all the way around, and it will look very nice. And I got Tom on the job. He does a great job. I asked the granite guys why they have these wood levels. He says because they're very expensive. They look like a piece of artwork. If you guys have ever seen one of these things, if you want something really level, that's what these guys do on the countertops. It's got to be perfect, so you got to have the right tool for the job. So I thought I'd share that with you. It's pretty cool. Okay, I just found out that we're missing a sink. The guy said they left it in the powder bath. We thought they left it at the shop. That's not it, right?
No,
That's
the bar
well,
one.
we found a sink, but not the right one. That's the bar sink. So we're still searching the house, trying to find the correct powder bath sink so they can drill the holes. This happens a lot. You leave stuff, try to hide it, and either somebody takes it and doesn't tell us, or it's in a shop, or even worse, somebody steals it. That sink we're looking for goes right here. That's the stuff I'm dealing with.
Hey, cross your fingers, Ben.
Oh, there's your finger. Okay, this bar top, it's on site, but it's too soon to go on. There was supposed to be another bracket added here. See this bracket? They want to add one here because of the top, and then another one down here. So it always becomes my problem. I figured the granite guys would add that, but they said I'm supposed to add it. So I've never done that before, but we'll figure it out. But that's the little detail. So I got the tile guy showing up because the tile's on. Now we got to come and cut this down about a ½ inch so that those brackets, this gets cut out and the new brackets will fit. We have to add 2.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, up. Put it against it. Put it against it. Hold it. Right there. Hold it. Okay, push it this way.
Remember the sink we were missing? We found it buried underneath the table. It's always the last place you look, isn't it? When you find
Right.
something? We should have just kept looking. There it is. Thank you. Thank you, God. So we accused everybody of misplacing it, stealing it. We found it under the dining room table. Somebody moved it and hid it and didn't tell us. So we do a lot of, during construction at the end, going through cabinets, looking for hardware, doorknobs, kitchen sinks, faucets, glass bowls, because they put things away so nothing gets stolen, but then we forget where we put it. It's kind of like at home. All right, we got the plumbers here going over all the hole locations and drilling instructions for the sinks. The important part is there's a big sleeve that comes off the bottom of the sink. What they have to do is not drill it to that size. They got to drill it to the size of the nut that goes on it, so they can get that through. So that's what they're working on, and they're measuring everything 2 or 3 times, cut once. Steve, here's all the cabinets that were yesterday were all put on. Everything's been removed so it can be stained, and then we'll put them all back on. So it's a lot of putting things on, taking things off. Here's the pantry. All that has been removed. We got Steve over here. He's stuck on a word. You stuck on a word there, Steve? Let me hope you sound it out.
I was just double checking.
Look at the
make sure
plumbing
we don't
list.
have it as folder.
Here's the list of plumbing things. I like stuff with pictures. It sure helps. So Steve is making sure what we need. Look at this. We finally got our faucet put on. We got this little hole drilled, which is where the reverse osmosis goes. Remember, the homeowner wanted this centered, which makes sense. And then from the center of the sink over, come to the new center, and that's where the reverse osmosis faucet comes out. Typically, I like to put these a little farther on the end so they're not so close together, but the homeowner wanted that, and that's what they got. On the job sites, we keep a binder so that we keep cabinets, all the details, and here's one of them that needs to go in the binder. It's the plumbing list. Instead of the printout, I prefer pictures. So here's a picture of every single thing that they picked out. Hey, what about the pot filler? The dreaded pot filler is right here. Is it here, Steve, to go on the wall?
Yep, right over here. Yep.
Okay, so that is the pot filler, and it's in one of these boxes.
That one.
This one, it's all closed up. So you know how I feel about pot fillers. I don't think they make a whole lot of sense. And the reason why is if you turn this faucet on, the only drain you have is the floor and your cooktop. There is no drain.
Oh, they put it in cloth.
So it's like jewelry. They got it in a nice little bag. This looks expensive.
They were not letting that get down.
I need a drum roll.
Here it comes.
It's like jewelry. Here we go. Ah, there's the pot filler. It's heavy duty. All right.
There we go.
Is that going on today?
Possibly, yes.
Okay.
I have the right
All
number.
right. Well, good luck. We do allow guys lunch breaks, and they have to hide so I don't find them. There we go. What we got? Chips. Yeah. Yeah, a little bag in there. Oh. He's not sharing for some reason. I'm hungry. I know some of you guys are saying the job site's a mess, but we got this protective covering down. Painters have their stuff. We've been sanding. We come in and clean. It gets dirty again, but we got screens set aside. We're trying to keep things somewhat protected. That's the hard part. Everybody moves something around. Just like yesterday, we protected the powder bath sink. They moved it, hid it under the dining room table, where we end up thinking somebody lost it. I'm standing here, I think I see something. Oh, there's a hole. But the hole is there because when the door swings, so I thought that was damaged. That's where the door stops going.
This way, put it on the bucket.
Just in time.
For your hands. Ready?
In the middle.
Oh. Go that way. There you go.
Beautiful. All right, now these guys got the tops all on, the steel brackets in place. They cut out the tile. We're able to keep things moving. That's huge. Sometimes these guys, if you treat them right, they'll do somebody else's work, and that's what we did there. Helped us out. Now I'm going to give a phone call to the glass people so I can get the glass wall built for the wine cellar. So we're moving forward. I love progress. All right, 6 days to go before move-in. Today is a little bit better than yesterday. We handled a lot of the issues. Things were missing. Guys were upset. Holes weren't done. Painters weren't done. So, like I said, if I went back, regrouped at my office, rescheduled, made some phone calls, now it seems to be a lot better. Plumbers are happy. Hopefully the homeowner's happy, and we can get moved in on time, which makes me happy. Happy, happy. You guys see how many stain samples that Dove came up with to get that look? That to me looks absolutely perfect. It's beautiful. Now you can see how all the colors in the countertops, now it all makes sense. People start questioning themselves when this came in. They didn't really like it because it looks kind of maybe too much, but now against the cabinets, it looks perfect. Let me know what you think. We're cleaning all the ducts right now. It's a great thing to do, especially when you're remodeling or any kind of construction, because the dust goes through everywhere. And this home, you know, being a completed home, the air conditioning units have been running, which we have to keep the wood and all the materials nice. So that puts a lot of strain and stress on the system. So all that dirt and dust with the filters we change still gets in all the ductwork. So we're spending the extra money, and it's something I do on all my jobs. Let's clean this place out, and you'll be amazed sometimes what you find in the ductwork. Chicken bones, pop cans, you name it. Okay, the ductwork guys, what they're doing is drilling holes up into the ductwork, small holes. They're gonna put that little whip thing up inside there on an air hose. It'll spin around, stir up the dust, and then it will collect in the great big hose they've cut into the side of the ductwork that comes down towards the furnace, catches it before it goes to the furnace, and then into this supersized vacuum cleaner. I thought you guys would find that interesting. I was kind of wondering why the painters don't have very big vans. Then I realized paint cans aren't that big, and they can always strap the ladders on top, so that's about all they really need. So that makes sense, and they save money on gas. All right, as we're finishing up the house, all the little surprises show up. So we thought we were all done with this sink. Remember, these cabinets were already built with the house, so we just replaced all the door fronts. There we go. So these are all brand new doors, so you'd think they would fit just fine, but we changed the sink. We went to a farm sink, and you can see there's a little bit of an edge here that sticks out, and we added a little block. So when we set the farm sink, everything looks great until we put the cabinet doors on. Now they don't shut. We're off. It's hitting on the bottom side of the sink. So what has to happen now? I got to bring all the trades in that touch this thing. I got to bring a plumber to take the sink faucet off. The granite guys have to come back to cut this entire granite top loose. We are bringing the cabinet guys back to take these blocks, which still need to be stained. These just got added, so those are little details. Cut this back about 1/4 of an inch, and then put it all back together just so this door shuts perfectly. So these high-end homes, there's no room for error. And because these are called concealed cabinets, concealed means there's not a hinge inside. Everything's concealed behind these doors. There's your hardware. And when you see how nice and tight that is, that has to be perfect. And so they fine-tuned, have been doing that for the last 2 days, adjusting all these cabinets to get them fit flush. And now we're down to just this little situation. So I've made the phone calls. Hopefully they're coming out real soon to get this fixed, but that's a big deal. Cutting this whole granite top loose and moving it out to pick up 1/4 of an inch. So that's why I don't know why people want to build their own homes and be the general contractor, because those are the problems and situations that I deal with all the time.